not in the back. Me and Musa had to read on the coaches.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله. أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. آمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. آمين. يا رسول الله انظر حالنا يا حبيب الله اسمع قولنا إننا في بحر غم مغرق فزدي سحل لنا أشقالنا. اللهم تقبل هذه صلاة المغرب مع جماعة المسلمين في غلستان محي الدين ببركة سيد ياسين الدين شاه صاحب دام بركاته العالية. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا وبارك وسلم وسلم عليه. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا وبارك وسلم وسلم عليه. Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. The Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the Holy Quran, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَالَ قَالَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ النِّكَاحُ مِنْ سُنَّتِي فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. أو كما قال الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. My brother Islam, we must thank the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is showering His blessings upon Rastal and Muhyuddin now at this present moment. To Allah, औलिया का करम है, अहले बैत का करम. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you have to love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, automatically Allah will love you. And the hadith states, An-nikahu min sunnati, faman raghiba an sunnati falaysa minni. That nikah is from one of my sunnah. And not sunnat al-ghair muakkida, but sunnat al-muakkida. Because Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam always did it. And for him to say that anyone that does not do it or stay away from it or make it late, automatically he is disrespecting my beloved Habib sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So my brother Islam, how is disrespecting? Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that if you do not make nikah, if you do not go towards nikah, you are not from one of us. He's saying you're not from me. But he didn't say if you didn't sit down and drink water, you're not from me. He didn't say you don't make wuzu, you don't read your namaz, you're not from amongst us. Did he say that? No. But he said, if you do not make amal on that amal which is nikah, you are not from one of us. So how great is that word nikah? And when people make nikah, wallah, it is stated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rahmat and His barakat comes there. Whatever he has, Allah doubles it, triples it. It is stated, my brothers Islam, it's not only that. In a nikah, it is stated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to give you ups and downs. The thing is, how are you going to make amal upon that action of nikah the way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Like for example, it is stated that one day Hazrat Khadija al-Kubra radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is coming home. So hurriedly, as she was hurrying to cook food, she cooked the food every day. But in between she tripped. And she how can you say that she fractured or dislocated her ankle from her leg, you know. And to stand on that leg that is like that, or to walk with that leg, wallah, you know how much pain. Eh? We get a small pain, we sit and say, hey, man, my head is paining today. Why, let's buy hot food today. Eh? All the wives they do that. But look at the example that Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha showed to Rasulullah. It is stated that although her leg was like that, she sprained the leg or whatever it is, she never ever made the food late, and she never ever made Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam realize that her leg was sprained or she got hurt in her leg. So which means a woman at home can make the home into Jannat, can make it Jahannam. And also our men also. Brother Islam, we stand in front of the mirror maybe half an hour. They want the hair to be cut properly. Beard must be right. But the wife is sitting at home. And when they come home, they come perspiring, they come when the clothes are dirty, hair is upside down. That's not on too. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, how you are at home, you must be outside. And when you're coming back home, you make sure you are right before you go to your family. Because Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam used to first go into sometimes he used to go to make ghusl. He make wuzu. After salam, when he entered the house, puts himself right, put perfume because he loved perfume. And then he should present himself in front of his wife and the children that he had from Bibi Khadija. But women have something, that they say naqisul akal. They're always jealous about the next woman. There's no such thing, there's no jealousy. As Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha was a fuqaha. She was a muhaddis. Sahaba Ikram used to go to her to ask her, did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam do like this? Did he do like that? What can you say about that woman whose bed, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is lying down, the way he is coming to her? When Musa wanted to talk to Allah, he said, Ya Musa, come to me. Climb the Kohatur. If you climb it, you can come talk to me. But Ya Rasulullah, if you're in Medina, I'll come to Medina, I'll send you to Medina. If you are in Makkah, I'll send you to Makkah. That's why you see Makkah and Madani. Makki Surah, Madani Surah. So my point is, my brother Islam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the hidayat of Allah. As I said today in Jummah, the leg, that bone is a rib bone. If you try to make it stay, what will happen? The result in talaq. So my brother Islam, I was talking about Bibi Khadija to the Kubra and Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu. Although she was such a great fuqaha, although she was such a great Ummahat al-Mu'mineen, we learned so much from our mother, Bibi Aisha. But one day she said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah has given you such beautiful wives. Look at me, I'm still young. And I'm still here with you. Why are you talking about that old lady that passed away? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam should love her too, love Hazrat Khadija to Kubra too much. But it doesn't mean that I didn't love Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala too. And his other wives too. But that fitted in a woman, she says, why you only talk about her? Why you only talk about Bibi Khadija al-Kubra? What Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Do not ever question me about Hazrat Khadija al-Kubra radiallahu ta'ala anha. Although she was old, you are young. You're more beautiful. It's not that. But when everyone went against me in Makkah al-Mukarramah, she was the only woman that stood with me. That's why you always make dua, you say, Ya Allah, from all the wives I love them all. But Bibi Khadija al-Kubra, I love her more. Ya Allah, please make me maaf because the heart is something else. So my brother Islam, what I'm trying to say is you must present yourself well dressed, clean, smelling nice, like how you leave the house. That's how you must come home. And the woman at the same time must have the house looking like Jannah. Because they say the mother in the house, if Allah gives a child, Allah gives her that ni'mat of a child, she is the first madrasa for the child. Look at Hazrat Sabir Pak. Every wali, they came out from some mother. Ghaus Azam, Ghaus Sakalain, Ghaus Samadain, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jailani radiallahu ta'ala. His mother, her father said to him, you have to marry my daughter who is blind, who can't speak, who can't hear. She's dumb, she's deaf. Her legs can't walk, her hands is crippled. What did he say? He said, yes. Why? Because they wasn't looking at outside beauty, they was looking at inside beauty. But he didn't even see her. But he was worried about what answer he's going to give to his grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to take something which did not belong to you. As the Shaykh Abu Saleh radiallahu ta'ala. He's sitting by the river there, he caught that apple there. He didn't know whose apple it was, he just took a bite because he was hungry for so many days. Then he realized I ate something that wasn't mine. So he looked at for the owner had a daughter. First the owner said, work for me for 10, 11 years. Who's going to become slave for 10, 11 years? They'll eat the apple and burp it out. Don't worry about it. That's what he did. But he waited 11 years, he made his khidmat like a slave. And then he says, I can only leave you if you get married to my daughter who is blind, deaf, crippled, she can't walk. I said, okay, 11 years, mashallah, somebody will do it. But now I get married to a woman who can't do anything. But no, he was worried about what answer he's going to give to my Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam for that one bite he took off that apple. He didn't even eat the apple. But you're worried about how he's going to answer his grandfather. Today we are making so much of guna. We are turning against ourselves today. Making zulm on ourselves. And making guna upon guna, guna upon guna. We're not worried about anything. But look at the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How scared he was. Although he was a muttaqi of his time. His name was Abu Saleh, the father of all those that are Salihin. Sheikh Abu Saleh radiallahu, Jangi dost, sometimes they say, the friend of those who go on to the war to fight for the sake of Islam. A great wali of his time. He said yes. But when he looked at his wife, he says the whole night he never go near her. Why? Because this woman can talk. She can see. She can hear. And nothing wrong, leg nothing wrong. This is not my wife. Where's my wife? When the father asked him, Imam Hussein's family, he asked him, how did you find your wife? He said, but where's my wife? I never see. He said, no, that is your wife. But you said she is blind. She can't hear, she can't talk. When I said she was blind, she never see anything that was haram in her life. She can't hear, she never hear anything that is haram or not permissible in Islam. She never spoke a word of lie. Her legs, she never walked to do anything that is haram. Her hands didn't even move towards doing anything that is haram. That is how Pak Daman she is. And from her only, who came out? Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jailani. A man who is the father from Imam Hassan, and a lady who is from the family of Imam Hussein. Look at their character in the first place. Because of their character, as Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jailani was born. That's why I say to those that get married also, sabr or shukr. You always get up and down. Mushkil waqt aaye to sabr karo. Achhe waqt aaye to Allah ka shukr karo. La in shakartum la azidannakum. You make shukr, Allah will give you. But when you start complaining, Allah's barakat goes away. And the person that starts the problem, wallah, is a munafiq. Innal munafiqina fi darki asfalil min nar. So my brother Islam, people must live together. Don't make the wife jealous, although they know they're going to get jealous if I'm going to say this. Say that which they are happy with. And always leave the house making them feel happy. But obviously they have to play their part as well. So it takes two to make a good marriage. And those two can only come together and make a good marriage if they have sabr and shukr inside them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give our wives, Allah, our wife, sabr and to make shukr for what they have. For in not making shukr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will even take away what you got. And if you not make sabr when you have problem, do not say a word, do not utter a word, then only, my brothers in Islam, you reach some martaba. You know, a Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is stated that he went for war, and when he went for war, he had a son whom he loved too much. The son was playing, hurt himself, child died. But the husband is coming back from war. You know what she does? She makes hot roti. Nice food for him. When he comes, you don't tell him your son died. She look after him, she feed him. They sleep in the same bed together. And the next morning when she sees that his mood and his tabiyat is good, then only he tells him about that which happened the day before he came home. Now how much of sabr must that woman have? That is why these women become those people that will be in Jannah. Not the woman when you come home they start swearing. First word is a swearing woman. Maybe the one who put a tar or something, you will never know. But as I say, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you look nice also when you're leaving home, you look nice when you're coming home. And the bone is always bent. The one-track mind. By screaming, you cannot put the thing right. By trying to make it right, it still can't become right. It will break. So sometimes sabr bhi karna or shukr karna. That is the code, and that is the code to a successful marriage in anyone's life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the hidayah, our wives to make that house of ours into Jannah. Because she can make it Jahannam too. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give our men as well the sabr and the shukr inside them to live a happy life. Because as soon as that happens, Khuda ki qasam, Allah's rahmat goes away. When Allah's rahmat goes away, you're going to go to this Mulana, you're going to go to that Mulana, one Mulana will bluff you, you got black magic. The other one will bluff you, you take so much money from him. But the problem is not black magic, the problem is not nazar, the problem is you. You are not right. You're going to go in your own grave. I can't answer for you in your grave. You can't answer for me in my grave. Your duty is to do what you are supposed to do according to how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught you. And so the husband will do as well. The husband's guna, he will pay for it. Wife's guna, she will pay for it. We're not Christians. Jesus went on the cross, killed himself for everyone. No such thing. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, did not die. You know why? That is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "An-nikahu min sunnati, faman raghiba an sunnati falaysa." When he heard those words, and he knew those words were coming from Allah to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Ya Allah, take me away from the dunya. I don't want to die. Pick my soul up, but bring me in the time as a ummati of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. And when I come, and when he comes, he will get married and he'll have children. And all those that missed the plot, he'll bring them back in the straight path. Because they're all saying God, 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 but they don't know. We say there is nobody like God, like Allah. We say Allah. Nobody like Allah. Can never be anyone like Allah. And we cannot call him anything else besides the 101 names that he has for himself. But the one that he calls himself, you have to call him is Allah. If you say God, then there must be a feminine. So if there's a God, there's a goddess. If they've got a goddess, then you start getting children. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. You understand what I'm saying? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding of this, to understand Allah. If anyone can help you is Allah. If you have made wrong, if you have wronged somebody, go and put your head down, ask Allah for forgiveness. Because you're not going to go in my grave, and I'm not going to go in your grave. If you did something, you made zulm, you're going to ask Allah, you must ask Allah for forgiveness. But in your mind, in your heart, you did something good. No matter what the world says, you know in your heart you have an answer to answer Allah. That is why I say Islam is fitra. There is Islam, there is shariah. The law of Islam. But Islam has given you a choice. Either you go right or you go left. And he also gave you the power to go right and you go left as well. So there's no such thing that something is pushing you towards going left and you can't go towards the right. But you got the power to go to the right. Why are you not going to the right? That is because the mahal, how you are brought up and what happens there, will depend on that marriage again. And Isa alayhi salam loved Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam and knew that he was the greatest Nabi of all. And he didn't want to be a Nabi when he came down. He says, Ya Allah, send me down as a ummati, like you and me. You and me. You know why? Because Allah loves his Nabi more than he loves himself, and Allah's Nabi loves his ummati more than himself. So my brother Islam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all those that are married to Allah, made nikah already, to act upon what Allah said you to do. You can only tell somebody once, twice, thrice. After that, they are their own guna. So my brother Islam, may Allah give us hidayah to understand that. And fighting will never solve anything. Sabr and shukr is a formula to make a nikah work or a marriage work. And if Allah says you make nikah, the barakat and the rahmat is so much that you and I cannot imagine. And if you stay away from it, you are not from one of us. That means Allah's karam is out of you. Allah's rahmat is away from you because Allah's Nabi is away from you. If He says that you are not from one of us. May Allah give us hidayat and sabr and shukr to carry on. And if we are like that, we must look after what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to us. It's not that we just got married by mistake or you got married by mistake. No, it has been written so many thousand years ago. If it has been written already, you are put there for a certain purpose. Put it right. May Allah give us all hidayah and the himmat and the taqat, strength to make sure we do the right thing. Because tomorrow we're here, tomorrow we're gone. Our answers when Allah asks us why you did this, why you did that. If you got no answer for Him, we're going to get azab. We're all going to get azab for guna. You know how grave guna is. They say for one namaz that is missed intentionally, Allah will tie you with chains that is so hot, wallah, that if you put it in a mountain, it will melt the mountain and 7 feet underground. Allah will tie you with that chains for 70,000 years. For one namaz you must intention. Now look back and see how many namaz we must. May Allah give us all hidayah to act upon the shariah of Islam and make us better Muslim in the future. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. جزاكم الله خير. آمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. يا رسول الله انظر حالنا، يا حبيب الله اسمع قولنا، إننا في بحر غم مغرق خذ يدي سهل لنا أشقالنا. اللهم تقبل هذه درس القرآن والشريعة وحديث وفقه في غرستان محي الدين ببركة سيدنا سيد الدين شاه صاحب دام بركاته العالية. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا بارك وسلم عليه.